I grew up in Colorado. I have driven through hundreds of miles of open plains and ranch land watching snow blow sideways. And I'm absolutely always thinking, who thought this was a good idea to build a road? And it turns out the answer to that is rows of trees. Hi, I'm Danielle, Colorado snowflake artist. Let's talk about something I stopped seeing them everywhere. They're called living snow fences, and they are exactly what they sound like. Rows of trees and shrubs planted along roads and fields, specifically to control where snow lands. Not to block it, not to plow it, to negotiate with it. Here's the thing about blowing snow that I didn't know. Snow starts moving at wind speeds as low as 10 miles per hour, and the amount of snow a wind can carry goes up with the cube of wind speed. So a wind that's twice as fast doesn't carry twice the snow, it carries 8 times the snow. A small reduction in wind speed makes an enormous difference in where the snow ends up. So what a snow fence does structurally or living, it creates a zone of reduced wind speed. The snow the wind was carrying just drops. It falls out of the air right there in a predictable drift, in a place of your choosing, behind the fence, not on your road. Here's why living snow fences are something else entirely. A typical slatted wood or plastic snow fence lasts 5 to 7 years. A living snow fence, a properly designed row of trees, lasts 50 to 75 years. Costs less in the long run, looks infinitely better, provides wildlife habitat, and captures carbon. A row of trees quietly doing all of this while winter does its worst, and the science of how you design one is actually fascinating. The sweet spot, the amount of open space in the fence, is right about 50%. Half solid, half open. Too dense and the wind hits a wall and creates turbulence. Too open and the wind slips right through. 50% open means the wind slows down just enough over the right distance to drop its load of snow in a controlled drift behind the fence. A straight, porous row of trees provides wind protection for a distance 8 to 10 times its own height on the downwind. A V-shaped formation provides 5 times. That's kind of wild. The geometry of planting actually matters. Here in Colorado, the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service has been running a living snow fence program since 1997 in El Paso and Elbert counties, right here in my backyard. They've planted more than 12,000 trees across 21 miles of fencing. Per snow event, that's an average of 4 fewer hours of snow removal needed and over 800 saved in traffic control and safety costs. All winter, every year. But the part that I found truly fascinating and where it connects back to snow in a way I wasn't expecting is moisture banking. When a living snow fence creates a drift, that snow doesn't get plowed to the side of the road and forgotten. It sits in a field, and when spring comes, it melts slowly into the soil. It's like a water savings account. In Wyoming, high desert climate, ranchers specifically design their snow fences to create drifts. In particular, pastures building up a reservoir of moisture for spring grass. That water soaks in gradually. The soil holds it, and the pasture comes up lusher and greener than the surrounding land. Winter wheat yields in sheltered areas can increase 15 to 20%, not because you did anything to the crop, because you caught and held more snow. I think what I love about living snow fences is that they're this perfect example of working with winter instead of fighting it. What if we just put some trees right here? What if we let the snow do what it wants to do, but we influence where it lands? As somebody who spends her time trying to hold on to snowflakes, trying to capture something instead of letting it disappear, there is something so satisfying about that idea. You can't stop the snow, but you can guide it. I'm Danielle Oliver, Preserved Snowflakes, Colorado. Find me at PreservedSnowflakeCO or Etsy at PreservedSnowflakeCO. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.